Hello, nice to see you. Ready to code? As usual, please go to replit.com and open your REPL named, you guessed it, PGD8 objects. Last lesson, we covered objects and methods, two fundamental concepts in Python. Objects are a collection of data, or variables, and methods are subprograms that update our objects. Objects are described using properties. For example, the object human has the property age. The object fruit has the property color. The object bicycle has the property size. In summary, the properties an attribute has can be used to describe the object. A method is a subprogram that acts on the data. It's a set of instructions that perform a task. As an example, we could create a method that updates age by 1 on our birthday. A method is referred to by name and can be used or invoked, in Python speak, at any point in a Python program simply by utilizing the method's name. An important point to remember is that a method is specific to an object. This means the method will only perform the set of instructions on the values in a specific object, called an instance of the object. That is because we specified what methods can be used when we created the object. This week, we want to learn how to create new objects. Rather than having to define a new object each time we need one, Python allows us to define the object using a blueprint. Sort of like building a house. This blueprint specifies the methods associated with the object and the properties used to describe the object, like age for the object human, or color for the object fruit, or size for our object bicycle. We call the blueprint a class. New objects are created from the blueprint, the class, and inherit the properties and the methods defined when the class was created. We say that the new object inherits the features of the parent class. The class defines the properties or attributes of an object like age or color, and the method that can be used for all objects created from that blueprint. But the class does not define the value of a property. For example, age is 14, because then we could not reuse the code. In fact, when an object is created, it has no values. We'll come to that later in the lesson. Classes are blueprints used to create objects that have properties and methods. Now, how do we create a class? Let's start by creating a class that we can use to build our game. Let's call the class person. And let's define the properties as age and name. And then define the method. Now that we've created our class, person, let's make a brand new object. To create the object, write the object name, P1, and assign the class by writing the class name, person. That's it! You've created the object. Now, test out the method by writing the object name with a period and the method name followed by parentheses. Remember, when an object is created from a class, it has no initial value because not everyone in the world is 14. So we need to give the object a value, or, in Python speak, we need to declare a variable. The init function allows us to define the values that we want the object to have when it is created. Here's a simple example where we have two properties, name and age, in the class person. The properties of the object name and age were defined when we created the class person. But when we create an object, the objects have no value. Not very useful. So now we're assigning values to a specific object, P1, to make it unique. The keyword self tells Python to assign the value from the object properties name and age to the object P1. Okay? Okay. Enough of classes, objects, properties, and methods for today. How about we build a game? Or at least part of one. See you again soon.